and beyond!
Welcome back, adventurers. My name is Coyote, and welcome to Infinity and Beyond. So, last episode I did promise that I'd go ahead through everyone's inventory, and I was pretty surprised to find out that 26 players actually joined us in that first map. It felt like a lot less. I don't know. I guess everyone was really just like vibing together to the point where I didn't notice. Usually when you get like that amount of players, things just get out of control real quick. So I put everything that I grabbed from them in these chests. I didn't sort it because I feel like that would have taken forever. But you can see real quick as I hover over it, there's a lot of resources in there. And these are all iron chests, and they're all pretty much full with the exception of like the last chest, I guess, that I was filling up. Like one or two chests. So quite a bit of resources in there. Now, I could go ahead and start like crafting down a lot of these things. However, what instead I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a few passive provider chests, and I'll let the system kind of sort it out, because I'm guessing a lot of this stuff are things that we need, or we are going to need at some point, and then whatever's left over, I'm just going to go ahead. Alright, I guess that research is done as well. Alright, so we got our things, so we can go ahead and like research what we need. That means that... Do I need anything else? I don't think so. I'd love to get a fusion reactor, but unfortunately fusion reactors... I can't remember if this is the base game, because I haven't like gotten to the point of getting a fusion reactor in any of the games that I've been playing on stream, and I've been pretty much just like focusing on streaming. But yeah, they require uranium cells now. I feel like that would make sense. Like that's probably like a 017 upgrade. And I just like never noticed. But dang, uranium cells. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense a little bit. Like it's integrating it into the game so that uranium is a lot more mandatory, I guess. Then again, portable fusion reactors aren't something that's mandatory either. They're just something that you can have if you get in late game. And then honestly, when you get to late game, I feel like you should at least play a little bit with nuclear. I mean, that's pretty fun. There's some interesting ratios in there that you kind of have to grasp around. It's not like as simple as just 1 to 2, because it's like an exponential ratio. So it gets pretty complicated really fast, which was throwing me off for the longest time because I never really understood what the neighboring bonus did. And then I was like, oh, I guess that is what it does. What am I? I need steel. So I ran over here for some reason. Oh, I'm such a dingus. I just emptied out all the resources. Why didn't I use the stuff that's in there? Dang it, Coyote. Get your head in the game. Yeah, there's like so much steel in here. Okay. Is that... I guess we're going to do a few more. Well, mind you, at this point, I don't want to mix my inventory with this. I just know how filthy everything is in here. So, go in there, go in there, go in there. I just love blueprints in the Logistic network. I don't really like that like a blank blueprint can't be deleted, because they're free. Like, how do you get rid of them if they're blanked? You can't. You gotta either trash them, put them in a chest and shoot them, or I'm missing 2 over here, or go ahead and like actually put some random blueprint in there and then get rid of them that way, which not a fan of either. Okay, so it's condensed. Still a lot of stuff in there. Just off the bat, let's grab the sciences. Oh yeah, blue science. There we go. I think that's it. Good. Maybe I could build a roboport, because this seems to not have perfect coverage. Like a nice little roboport there would give us coverage in this area. Good. There we go. All right. I've dealt with that. Now, so let's start looking towards arming up our armor. And let's see. Are we that much further away from power armor? Because maybe that's something that we should just go ahead and like bridge the gap and get. Like, for example, what do you need? Alright, you need a bunch of other techs. But for now, for the 200 that it's going to take, which I feel like we might have, well, it's going pretty fast. So let me build one of them. And I'm going to need probably like 20 of those, if not more. Let's get rid of the science. Let's get rid of the science. There we go. Science is gotten rid of. And was there anything else? Batteries. Or personal batteries. I always found their names to be a little bit confusing. Because no one's going to say the personal part. Like, why not just name it something else? Batteries, where are my batteries? There they are. Oh no. This is probably why I had plastic in the first place. I like accidentally grabbed it while grabbing batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4 should probably do it. Alright, and now we're just going to go ahead and grab the things that we need for our power armor, which is going to be steel, electric engines, and a few blue chips, which we already have. Alright, what are we looking at? Oh, okay, cool. That's a pretty decent amount right there. Alright, what are we waiting after? Because everything's like backed up now. So we're waiting after blue science. So I guess we take out these things. Because we're doing good on iron, right? We're doing a lot better on iron. So let's go ahead and proceed to take all these guys out. Because as useful as they are slowing down everything. And requiring more power. Which are two things that we can't have. It can't slow down because everything's ratioed to go at the same speed. So it wouldn't make much sense if like one is slower than everyone else. Which is why blue science is so slow. And it's requiring more power, which is not really a good thing for us, because we need to go ahead and add more power. Can this thing go away? There we go. I keep accidentally opening FNEI with the hotkey. There's probably a way to go switch it. I haven't really looked into it, because it's Control E pops it up. So when I'm control clicking things, it just pops up all the time. Alright, so you're going to catch up, because now I bet if we look at the sciences over the course of maybe the last minute or so. Oh yeah, I built anti-buffers, so the production isn't really going to tell us much. They're only going to be as fast as the slowest thing. Alright, there we go. Come on, last little push. Alright, in the meantime, while we wait for that, let's go ahead and grab all these gun turrets. And we're going to need a bunch of walls. And a bunch of inserters. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. We could probably start working towards Mark II armor. I don't think that we need it just yet, though. Do we splurge? Do we get it? I need to turn off my Steam notifications. That being said, Velociraptor is actually a Twitch streamer. He plays with us quite a bit. He's a really cool guy. So you should go ahead and check him out. Say Coyote sent you. I'll leave a link in the description down below. He streams on Mondays and Tuesdays, if I'm not mistaken. He's a pretty busy guy. What am I looking at? I'm looking at something I don't even know what. Oh, wait, artillery. That's what. Learn how to spell, Coyote. There we go. So inserters and power poles are what I'm going to need, which are not a problem because we have a chest full of power poles here. And now let's just go grab some inserters and we're good to go, and we can start our little thing over there. There we go. Start crafting you. Let's grab you because we need like a tremendous amount of that. And once we deal with power, we should really go ahead and put some laser turrets on our perimeter, because we are going to be lingering here for quite some time. See, like, this is way too compact for my liking. Because we have sniper turrets, which we're going to go ahead and implement when we have the resources for it. We're probably getting really close to it, so we might actually set that up in a second. So let's go and switch this out, and let's go into the middle of nowhere so I don't like mess myself everywhere. Oh, we're good. That one was okay. Alright, God, I'm feeling so parched today. I don't know why. You go in here. You do this. And then all that's going to be induction coil. Wow, we need a lot more, is what that means. What's that? 5, 10, 15? 5, 10, 15. So induction coil is actually pretty cool. And the more compact it is, the more power output it gives you. You can see that on the top left over here. It also gives you how long it'll take for you to charge at this current rate if there's no other drain. Right now there's a drain because we need to, like, you know, get this guy going. Also, these little dudes are sucking down my power. So the personal robot port isn't charging just yet. It's going to be charging in a second. There we go. It's output. See, you see changing colors there. Let's just wait a little bit longer. Meantime, we can go grab some more turrets, which are going to be pretty needed. God, I dread these things. I mean, it collapsed our oil earlier. I don't know that it's... Is it going? Yeah, it's going. It's fine. They do damage. Like, wherever the meteorite's going to land, like these things right here are meteorites. Wherever they land, they will just destroy whatever's there. So that's not great. Luckily, they get auto-deconstructed. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I think we are good to go. Move these over to get a little bit more compact. And let's see how long it takes. So it was like 4 minutes initially. Now we're down to 2 minutes. So pretty good. Pretty good. Take a little bit of time to charge up. You can see it charging up there. We might actually get 2 solars for the lacking things there. Right, so, okay, so anyway, our plan today is going to be to go ahead and expand that western wall to encompass all the way to the lake and use it as a natural barrier. And we're going to do the same thing down here. Yeah, clip there. I think I'm just going to pull down here, clip there. I'm not sure what I want to do for this guy though, because like I can't just like from point to point there can't be any dead space for it. So that's something. Alright, I kind of like this design. Courtesy of Hydro and Raptor. So let's grab this. Except, can you expand one further? Ah, oh, you can't. What a shame. Okay, so let's just because I want to be able to build blueprints pretty easily from these guys, so I want them to be as modular as possible. Let's just change this one guy here so that you do this. So that way I can just plop down this blueprint in a modular fashion. And I'm going to help the bots a little bit. Don't think that I am a, you know, tyrannical overload for my bots. I'm going to help them out a little bit. But, it's, you know, it's a little bit. I'm not going to do all the work for them. So let's plop you down. Here seems fine. And let's go ahead and do this. Get rid of that. That's fine. Looks pretty bad. But we're going to rework this guy in a second anyway. Alright, are we doing this fast enough? I feel like... No, we have enough bots. So maybe we're plopping down these blueprints a little too quickly for them, though. And it's important to kind of really get your perimeter set up and defended before, like, biters start expanding into it. Like, right now you can see the nest. They're not, like, that bad. They're pretty bad, but, like, they're not encroaching on us just yet. So that's why our frenzies, like that disaster that pops every now and then, isn't the worst thing ever just yet. As time goes by, that is going to be pretty bad. Once we get to the point of having, like, behemoths and stuff, we're not going to want that around us. Like, that's when you better have laser turrets and sniper turrets and all them fun things on the wall. Alright, I just said, let the bots take care of it and calm down. What if I helped them with, like, belt? Also, speaking of belt, how are we looking at our bullet production? Is that holding up? It's holding up. Our iron is not, though. Why is iron not holding up? You're not consuming fast enough. Isn't that interesting? Well then, those need to be upgraded. And we have all the components to go ahead and upgrade them, so that's something we're going to be doing. You know what my favorite part of this game is? Building walls. Especially like early game walls. It is so tedious. And like I've watched speedrunners do their walls, and like their solution is just like plop down the turrets everywhere. For those of them that are doing speedruns in like death world conditions. Alright, well, what's going on? Why are we charging super slow all of a sudden? Are we outpacing our power output? No, we're good. It's charging up. Ooh, it's going down. Huh. We might not be generating enough power with our induction coils. Oh, hey, I don't think that'll help. But it's something. It is not going to be the piece of straw that broke the camel's back. Oh, we ran out of wall already. Do we run back for more? Nah, we're fine. Turrets are going to be the most important part for now, so we can run back in a sec, grab all the walls, and come here. But at the very least, we should have the preliminary infrastructure set up. Because I'm sure I'm going to get annoyed with all these trees here in a second. Honestly, I should just grenade them. But we need power poles in the system, so we need wood. I'm not too sure how much wood we're going to need and how sustainable it's going to be. So we might actually have to upgrade all our power poles to something else. Or wooden power poles to something else. Because, like, come on, like, it's just wooden power poles. They're not great. Alright, and let's curve you down. Give some extra defense here. And this is shallow water. So shallow water is not great, because it means the biters can do stuff. Like, they can walk on it. We just can't build on it. So, like, this entire chunk right here needs to somehow be defended. And I don't have the capabilities to do it. Like this. Okay. Why are we missing power? Because all this is missing. Alright. Roboport, what? Was that been like, has that been flashing this entire time? The Roboport, that is? Those guys. I'm not sure why they're missing. I thought we built them. I guess we didn't. Where's the Roboport? Oh, okay, yeah, you make sense. Alright, you seem very well defended. Just a nice little crystal rock over there. Another meteorite as well here. I wonder what attracts meteorites. I know there's some element of randomness to them. I haven't looked at the mod yet, so I haven't like looked at the code. But I feel like they're attracted to things because they hit structures all the time. And they're like way too spot on to just be complete random. Which, I mean, it does push you to go ahead and like build some type of defense for them. Which I think we actually have research, don't we? Meteor. We do have research, so we just need to craft one. It's pretty expensive, though. These guys aren't so much, though. I mean, it's not doing that much damage just yet. I don't think that it's super justifiable. What are you? Okay, that's an interesting way to grab stone. Alright, I guess past Coyote wanted this chest gone. We can help out with that. We always need a little bit more stone brick anyway. Let's just go ahead and toggle our Roboport so when we're in the base we're not doing everything ourselves, and instead the system's doing it for us. Get rid of you. You're being hand-fed. That's an odd way to do that. Do we not have... Oh, we don't have requesters yet. That's why. Okay, I came over here because there's something that was missing. There's this thing right there that was missing. So, actually, what do we need? We need a bunch of pipe. So let me run over to our pipe. Let's get those last two things, and then we can grab the stone brick, go back, finish the wall, and go from there. So you. And then we're doing one, and we're missing a few blue chips. Oh, also, the iron ore wasn't keeping up, right? Because we needed better ore sorting facilities. So this is going to need a bunch of processing units as well as gears. So let's grab our gears and let's grab our processing units. I don't know how much we're going to need, actually. We have 6 of those, so 72. So we have way more than what we need. Apparently there's gears in here too. Let's just take those things away as they pop up. Not seeing any other ones. Did, like, no one have gears? Well, that's interesting. So much wood in those chests. All that fuel potential. Alright, why have you stopped? There's no petroleum. Oh my god, okay. Well, let's deal with that in a second, because iron is a little bit more important than petroleum is. I'd love to square off this wall too. Which is like, stop it there. You know what, here, while we're up here, why don't we go ahead and grab that stone wall. Also, how are we doing on poles? We're doing good on poles, we're doing good on inserters. We're doing pretty good on... Really? We only went through 50? That doesn't seem right. Let's up that ante a little bit. Okay. I'm doing too many things. Wait, no, let's do it. Let's totally build this. This guy, I would love to just be sniper turrets because we need to upgrade these guys relatively soon. He needs gears though, so let's just do a little thing over here that grabs the gears, puts them in there, and we're gonna do something same thing here. Let's limit that back down to 50. You're doing your own thing up there, so that's fine. Not sure what you are. He's pulling this off of science. I don't know that science ever is going to have enough. Well, no, I don't think it's ever going to have enough. So it's only going to function when science isn't working. Okay. Not the best way to do that. What do you need? You have your turrets, you have your thing, you just need some steel. So where does steel come in? That's green chips. That's not going to have any of that. We're going down to the mall, right? Alright, let's like double split off of you. Because ultimately this is like a mall type thing. Coyote is great with the words. I am a Factorio thesaurus. And we do this. Oh my god, you take so long. This can all be like yellow inserters and it'd be fine. Oh, that's slow. And then... Oh, shit, come on. I'm going to limit you to 50 as well. So we'll be able to upgrade you in a second. Maybe. What is going on here? You are running slow. You guys are upside down too. Can I just... It doesn't work like that? Fine. We'll... One more step is needed, I guess. You, and you're good. And you're good, and you're good. Yes, everything's fine. So why are you so slow? You are slow because of low density structures, which is slow because of glass? Well, that is a horrible reason to be slow. really now? Okay, well that's like an easy-ish fix. Easy-ish fix. And then we just do... I feel like I ratioed that right the first time. Yeah, there's my name on it, so I'm thinking it's properly ratioed. So maybe we... well, we have to rework it a little bit if we want to add more in. But that's not what we're working on. We're working on this guy over here. Could have sworn that was a meteorite. God, I'm losing my mind playing this game. Okay, so these guys need to get upgrades. You're upgraded, you're not. And obviously gears. Right, because I said I was going to grab gears, but then I realized like no one has gears. Because they're poor. It's like, given that iron is going low, thank God we stored up a little bit. I guess it ultimately wouldn't have mattered, because then that iron would have either went into science, or it would have like buffered itself up on the bus. I'm surprised that sulfur's holding strong. Maybe my ratio is off. It would... what the hell? Oh. I didn't see the pattern there. You're getting upgraded, you're good, you're Mark 4, you're not, you're not. So, So, there we go. Let's pull you. Let's upgrade you. That's such a lost concept on me. You can copy a recipe from however far you are as long as you can see it, but you can't paste it if you're not close enough. Like, what? I mean, either, like, make it so that both apply the same, or make it so that, like, you know... I don't know. It's dumb to me, because then you could just, like... you could just use, like, a blueprint with the copy control thing, and it comes up with the same thing. It's just... it forces you to do an extra step, which, like, I feel is not really needed. Ah! You hear many roars approaching the base. Is it a frenzy? I think that's a frenzy. Alright, was that it? As long as they're hitting us on the eastern side, we're fine, because all that stuff is protected. Now, why... yeah, we're good. Why are you not working? So why did I put inserters there? Because you don't need them. Did I do that anywhere else? Weird. Okay, are you consuming everything now? Also, why are you... oh. What? It spilled everywhere, too. Ah, look at that. The Mark IV seems to have, like, dealt with it. I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing, but it's dealt with it. Good God. We're still doing fine, but good God. Wait, do we have all the damage upgrades? Seems like it. Alright, give me one more. Which requires brick and steel. Brick. And steel. There we... nope, we're still missing more brick. God, that's... it's so weird to me that, like, something would require brick. Because, like, nothing else in this game requires, like, brick. Well, that's not true. There's artillery turrets and there's rocket silos and nuclear reactors. But for some reason, yeah, for some reason the artillery wagons don't require concrete. I mean, it makes sense. Like you have to put the foundations and stuff to make sure that it doesn't like slide. All right, let's activate our bots because there's no coverage here. And let's more steel. It's always steel. There we go. Place it down. These guys don't have space to plop their things down, which is interesting. It means that this belt needs to be upgraded. I didn't really look at the speeds of the belt. I was just like going with the initial design. Let's go all the way to the end because I figure it's probably going to be upgraded to blue at some point as well. All right, is everyone dropping down? Oh my God, you stored up a bunch, didn't you? How long do you take? 2 seconds. Yeah, we're fine. Maybe let's put like one more. Those attacks were such punks. I feel like I'm tempting the gods right now. It's gonna be like a frenzy that's just gonna like completely surprise me and destroy me. We're good. As long as we're proactive with killing biter nests, and as long as we keep our defenses one step ahead of them, we're good. So, I guess ultimately, are you... Items missing. Alright, so this needs to be upgraded. Which I don't know that I have enough red belts, so I might have to go and grab more from the mall. Alright, let's do that real quick. Yeah, so this is what I was mentioning in like the first episode. If we don't ratio this properly, and it's really hard to ratio it properly because the byproducts, depending on how you want to deal with them, are going to require completely different ratios from you. And also depending on which mods you have with it. Belts is what I need. Like I was thinking at one point, like maybe we flare up, or we clarify the sulfuric wastewater, but we need sulfur for leaching plants. But maybe the solution is we completely forget about leaching plants and we flare up that stuff and just not have to deal with this. Let's not look at this protruding tumor over here. Okay, so you are now golden, right? You're placing down, nothing is getting jammed up, everything's working. Working, everything's great. Let's just make sure that everything is good, everything's great. And it's still reaching the last one, so apparently this red belt was necessary, or the upgrade was necessary, so making them Mark 4s was pretty important. Let's go grab some of our... where's that? Okay, we're fine. Let's go grab some more stone walls, and let's finish our eastern wall, or western wall. Western. Wait, did the glass not increase its throughput? Absolutely did not. That means that I've ratioed it properly the first time. Yay, but actually nay. Yay for ratios, nay for not fixing it. Okay. So just like another assembler is going to do it then. And then, that works fine too. You know, for the heck of symmetry. Does it reach? It does. Okay. So prioritize this guy. We're good on that side. Same thing over here. We're going to prioritize. There we go. So that's going to be more glass. I'm hoping that's going to catch up over here. Because everything... Oh my god, iron is nowhere near catching up. Ah, yeah, disappointment of life. Mind you, sulfuric acid is going down. So... that might be a problem. Mind you, we have the bypass, so if it, like... if it stops just because it doesn't have any more, it's gonna... Is it really seriously that? Let's look at our fluids real quick. Let's look at like the last 10 minutes. Yeah, we're consuming more than we're producing now. But that's just because we're not actually getting sulfur in there. Oh no. Oh, that was a complete oversight on my side. We have... oh no, that's why we're expanding. Ah, Coyote, you got this. You got this, Coyote. Okay. For now, maybe expanding here is ambitious. Maybe we just push this guy. And then that gives us enough space to build our stearite consumption, or copper production. However you want to look at that. Okay, I also need to like expand this whole wall thing, because this is not cutting it. Also, I should probably grab some roboports while I'm at it. Because otherwise it's going to require me to go out there and repair it every time it gets damaged, which I don't really want to do. Let's see. Is there any production for roboports? There is not. Okay. So... that's iron, that's steel, that's red chips. That's actually everything I need. So we're going to plop you down here. It's pretty spaghetti-like. But it's okay. For now. It is not a long-term thing. Okay. Apparently we're putting that in a chest. Because that's not... oh wait, it's not going to... like, it's not going to be able to grab otherwise. Not sure. How do I want to grab this? Maybe if I put myself a little bit lower. Oh my god. Oh, this is so ugly. Okay. You're fine. We're gonna just do this. Just good, because then you can just grab it from there. And we're gonna do that. And we're gonna put a chest down. We're going to put a power pole as well, and then we are going to say, make me some of them roboports, and also grab from there, grab from there. But that, however, is going to, oh, why are you on that side? We only pull off from one side of the bus, hence priority splitters. So that needs to be changed. And let's push to the right. And let's do this real quick. Just give us a little bit of iron, but not a lot. Because once again, we're running after this guy. That's fine. That's why we're going to go build the wall in the meantime. Unfortunately, that means that we're going to go ahead and suck up some of the iron with our... well, with building the wall, because I mean, the belts require iron. Okay, we need to increase you because you are like you're just not cutting it. The belts require iron. The inserters require iron. The gun turrets require like a crazy amount of iron. Okay, good. I mean, if I were to look at this blueprint realistically, how much do you require? Because maybe I can actually like check this out real quick. So you need 22 for every 4. And then 11. So 11 belts, 22, 4. So let's call it 5.5. So let's call it 11 for every 2 gun turrets. So I don't want to just deconstruct it, because then it's going to go into the system, or I risk it going up the system. Also, I didn't introduce you guys, but this is my... No! Someone... Aww. Someone killed my fish. Can you hit me, meteorite? I don't want to live anymore. Aw, I had a fish that I hid in here. Someone's a complete jerk. Can't have nice things ever. Alright, got 100 of you. So that means what? That means that I need... times 5.5? So 500 something? Okay, we have enough. Oh, I'm really disappointed. I was really happy about that fish. I even put a gate around it so people know not to touch it. But I guess that, in hindsight, that might have been a bad idea, because people were just like, "Ah, Coyote's fish! What a tasty treat!" This is a different fish, for the record. These fish looked at me wrong. Alright, how's power looking? It's still pretty okay. Copper is gonna suffer in a second, though, because it won't be able to maintain too well. Alright, I just gotta keep in mind that here I can't get rid of my supply belt. It needs to stay intact. So that can go, this can go, and then we're splitting this off. We're also to the point, and I usually really don't do this, and I hate people that do this because it usually causes so many other problems. But we're to the point where we might probably want to consider putting some armor-piercing rounds. When you're doing a normal run, just like a normal speed run, let's say, that's never really viable because the amount of iron it consumes is just like off the charts. And especially with like your starting iron, it's just never going to be a thing. But here, once we get a little bit of iron going, I think we should be fine. Because it backs up pretty easily. I say that. I've been like struggling with 3 or 4 first episodes just like dealing with this guy. I love the muffled sound when you're in map mode. I feel like that's a really cool effect. Yeah, you're doing your stuff. Landfill's getting pretty high. So you're all jammed up. How is our glass looking? Where's our glass? There's our glass. Are you still being... Oh, wow. You've really backed up. So you're no longer our problem? Something else is our problem. Plastic is our problem. Is it now? What's wrong with plastic? Oh, yeah, petroleum. Right. That happened. I noticed it a few episodes back. And didn't do anything about it. Alright, well, once we're done with this wall, I guess we can go and play a little bit with petroleum. I'm anticipating that it's probably just like the crackers weren't set up. Okay. Oh yeah, look, heavy oil wasn't set up. Alright, so that's a pretty easy fix. Just one pump, a few crackers, a little bit of wire, and everything's great. You do this, you keep going. Come on, bots, I believe in you. Let's put just a little bit more down. I wonder if it's better to just like place all the blueprints and then like run a belt. Does that make any sense? People do it that way. I think what's gonna happen is my bots are gonna get distanced out. Like they're not. they don't, unfortunately, they don't build the thing that's closest first. There's a mod for that. But you think the bots would do that. Like, do the thing that requires the least work. Instead, they go in like quadrants or grids or something. So like, for example, this big square that I have open, let's say that's their quadrant that they do. So they'll literally just go down the thing. Like, that's how things are loaded in this game. Ah, worms. Worms can be bad. I have a bad feeling going next to this thing. I remember something bad happening. So these little structures over here are part of a mod that I have. It's a ruin mod. So it's pretty interesting. It makes the early game have like... how can I put this? There's some adventures that you can do, ultimately. Like, you just walk around the map trying to find resources. And they're sporadically like placed out, so it's pretty interesting. It keeps a lot of the players busy while we're waiting for like that grindy start just to get going. Okay, well, I guess everything's fine. Oh, God. The second I said that. Apparently there was a mine there. I just had a feeling, you know, something to do with that door just like made me a little bit uneasy. Because a door, you would usually go through the door, right? No, not bots. Or, no, worms. Stay down. What the hell? Why am I not hitting it? Oh, I was on the wrong weapon. Oh, no. We're good. Everything's great. There we go. Get lost. Okay. And a little bit more, and a little bit more, and then that is the end. And let's just... That's fine. Maybe like push a little bit because the shallow water is very close to the side. Alrighty. Now let's go back up this thing. And it's completed, then we can have copper expand here when we're ready. I have been so inconsistent with the amount of, like, the times on these episodes. Let me know if you'd rather them shorter, if you'd rather them longer. Well, I mean, I'm probably not going to do them longer, but if you'd rather them shorter, usually I do 20-minute episodes. I feel like I've been doing a little bit closer to like half an hour to 45 minutes. It's just a little bit easier for me because it's less editing, but at the same time, I like adding a little bit of production value in my videos. I know some YouTubers just like take the raw content and just like strap on an intro and strap on an outro, and then they're just like, ah, alright, that's good. I try not to do that. It's not really my style. I don't watch videos like that, so I would assume that you guys don't watch videos like that, but let me know what you think. Because ultimately what's going to happen is just, I'm going to edit down the videos a little bit, so you're going to lose a little bit of footage. But at the end of the day, that's just like me staring at signs going like, what's wrong? What's going on here? So it's not like the most thrilling content out there. But some people say it's part of the experience. I mean, when I watch YouTubers, or when I watch Factorio YouTubers, I tend to be really interested in like their thought process, like how they tackle problems. And sometimes, mainly Zisto, like Zisto has a tendency of just like cutting out like big chunks. But then again, he'll go ahead and just explain what's going on and how he got to that point. But I feel like the eureka moment is pretty important in Factorio. Because your blunders are just as important as your successes. Sometimes your blunders will actually lead to something more interesting than if you got like straight up successes. Then, you know, also, it's good to fail in life a little bit because you get accustomed to it. Whereas otherwise, if you like always succeed and then at one point fail over like the most minor thing ever, it might completely collapse you. So that's not something we want. Alright, so that seems like everything is built. That's why participation medals are like horrible. You're not always going to succeed in life. Sometimes you're going to fail. There's always going to be someone better than you. It gives you something to strive for. Yeah, just get better. Alright, let's build out the rest of this guy. And then we're going to go do our petroleum. And then I feel like the episode got long enough. Because I feel like we're nearing the 45-minute mark. So we'll have to call it at that point. But like I said, let me know in the comments down below if you want them longer, if you want them shorter, if there's like that pivot point that you usually aim for, like you don't want to watch videos that are longer than 20 minutes or half an hour or whatever. Let me know. So like I said, it's a learning experience. I'm only going to get better and be able to like hit what you guys want more on the nose if you let me know what you want. If you just click on the video, go like, it's not my style, and then just leave, well then how can I really know what you didn't like? Really? Darn it. Alright. That's unfortunate. Oh my god. It's getting late. Well, there we go. That's how I'm going to remember how to do these things. Usually I have a checklist, but the problem with the checklist is I don't look all the time. Because I usually push it off to the side, and then I forget to update it all the time. I feel like if I leave these little notes around the base, it's going to be a lot better for me. Speaking of which, if I recycled this wall earlier, I wouldn't have had to wait after that. Now, unfortunately, I can't do it just yet, so we will save it for next episode, and I'm probably going to forget it, and then we're going to get like overrun by biters, because they're going to pierce through at some point, because, you know, that's my luck. And then I'm going to be like, why? What happened? Who done fucked up? And I'll be like, I'm playing with myself. It's Coyote. But at that point, you might as well just call me Fix It Felix, because I can fix it. I can always fix it. Like I said, every single day when I work, when I wake up, like when I go into the Discord, the community Discord, there's a link of it. There's a link for it just down below in the description if you are interested in joining. It's a really interesting community we have there. But every single time I wake up and I look on Discord, it's always like someone telling me like, "Coyote, the base is going to hell," because they are doing their version of this on the community map. It's the same map. It's the same everything. Just, you know, there's a lot more players doing stuff. And sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. You have a lot of players that'll just like drop down stuff and it'll collapse the entire system, and they'll just be like, well, I guess the base is gone now. It's completely screwed. And they just leave. And you're like, why would you do this? Why do you have to be the worst? This is why we can't have nice things. But at the same time, it kind of allows me to see what they're doing and how they're tackling things. Last time I checked, they haven't yet gotten to space, so I feel like we still have a chance. Why have you completely stopped? Are we to the point where everything's being consumed down below? It is. Alright, well, that's not super excellent. So we need 2 chem plants. Need more steel. And it's okay, because we have steel. It is hidden in these chests. And a pump. And a little bit of wire. So, give me that steel. I think 2 is going to be enough. I don't think we built... Actually, well, if we were to crack everything down to petroleum, right? It'd be 8 to 2 to 10, or 8, or 8 to 2 to 8. Something along those lines. I know it's too heavy to light, since the ratio's changed. But we have 16. That being said, we're also using quite a bit of petroleum, of lube, so not something to worry about as much. Like, proper ratios are very difficult with oil, because I mean, what the heck's a proper ratio? Are you breaking everything down to petroleum? Are you using, like, what are you using for solid fuel? Are you going for light oil? Are you going for heavy oil? It really just depends on the individual. That's why I say it's very hard to get a proper ratio for oh darn it, you're off by 1. It's very hard to get a proper ratio for angel refining, because it depends on the mods you have, it depends on like how you're tackling it. No. Yes. Yes, and there. And just like that. And then we need to have our pump just... Oh, come on now. Work with me, please. You go... just there. And you connect, and then this pump is collect into that, and it makes sure that only when we get above 20,000. So that way we have way more than enough buffered up for other things. But it prevents the system from blocking. Let's see if you're the same thing. You're 10,000, so let's increase you to 20,000 as well. In the event that for some reason we need to pump out a bunch of light oil solid fuel. Which I don't think we will need to. Alright, and then let's just make sure to plug you... Oh, there's like something right there. Let's make sure to plug you in and not forget. And there we go. Petroleum is now unblocked. You can see it slowly start to whittle down. It's going to take a little bit of time because it is pretty backed up. I wonder if we could just, if we could push out a bunch of bots, and therefore that would consume a bunch of lubricant. Let's see. Also, I'm a little bit disappointed that you haven't done anything yet, but it makes sense, because iron is not doing too shabby. But why is that? Oh. Oh, these guys aren't even getting anything. Okay, well, it's not going to be, like, the reason why. But that's something that should be dealt with. Unfortunately, we'll have to deal with it next episode. So, if you enjoyed today's episode or today's video, depending on how you want to look at it, please leave a like, a comment, anything down below. And if you didn't like it, let me know why. It's a learning experience, like I say. Anyway, on that note, thank you so much for joining for this adventure, and I hope to see you for the next one.